The first thing I remember is the sound of wind. It wasn't the kind of wind you hear on Earth, soft breezes through trees or the howl of a winter storm. No, this wind screamed. It had weight to it, like the air itself wanted to shove you into the ground. When I opened my eyes, the sky above was a roiling sheet of black and green, torn apart by lightning that didn't flash but burned, hanging in the clouds like molten scars. We had no idea where we were. Hours earlier, we'd been aboard a sleek alien craft, taken from Earth without warning. The beings who took us, tall, insect-like creatures with glassy eyes, spoke through cold translators. They told us humanity was too fragile for their galaxy, too soft, too emotional. They claimed we'd be destroyed the moment we left our homeworld. They said they'd prove it. We were herded into a metal chamber, the floor humming beneath us. There were 27 of us. Men, women, a couple of teenagers. No weapons, no supplies, no explanation, just fear. And then came the drop. When the floor vanished beneath us, we fell. Hard. Not like falling from a plane, but like slamming through gravity itself. The chamber walls shattered around us as we hit solid ground, scattering metal shards into the dust. That's when we saw it. The planet was nothing but jagged rock, twisted forests of black thorns, and creatures that moved like shadows with teeth. The air was hot, wet, and heavy with a smell like blood left in the sun. Somebody whispered, "Where the hell are we?" Nobody answered. The first night nearly killed us. The ground shook every hour from quakes that made the cliffs shed boulders the size of trucks. The air wasn't just hot. It was alive, buzzing with clouds of stinging insects that could strip the skin from your hand in seconds. And the predators. We saw their eyes in the dark. Dozens of them, low to the ground, glowing like coals. We huddled in the wreckage of the alien drop pod, holding pieces of jagged metal like knives. When the first attack came, it was fast. A beast the size of a lion, all bone plates and fangs, burst from the tree line. It would have torn us apart if not for the man in front of me. His name was Morales. Without thinking, he jammed his piece of metal straight into the thing's eye, twisting until the beast thrashed itself to death. The kill shook everyone, not just because of what he'd done, but because it meant the predators could bleed. We could kill them. That changed everything. By the third day, we weren't just hiding. We were hunting. We learned to wrap our arms in thorn vine to protect from the insects. We stripped hide from the beasts we killed, using bones for spear tips. The teenagers proved the fastest, darting through the black trees to flush prey toward the rest of us. The meat was bitter and greasy, but it kept us alive. The planet tried to break us in every way it could. Heat that cooked you during the day, cold that froze your lungs at night, poisonous plants that looked like food, storms that shredded anything not bolted to the ground. But humans adapt. We made shelters from predator ribs. We dug traps that snapped shut with sharpened bone spikes. We learned the rhythms of the quakes, moving camp minutes before the cliffs came down. Every problem the planet threw at us became another skill, another weapon. And with each week that passed, we grew stronger. It was the third month when we found the ship. Not the one that dropped us, a wreck half buried in the black sand. It was alien, covered in claw marks, the crew long dead. Inside, we found something the planet couldn't have prepared for. Weapons. Not the clean, energy-based tools our captors used, but physical launchers, crude but deadly. We scavenged ammunition, blades, and strange devices that sparked when touched. We didn't know how they worked, but we learned fast. By the end of the fourth month, we weren't just surviving, we were kings of this hell. They came for us in the fifth month. The sky split open with light, and the same insect-like aliens descended in their silver craft. I think they expected to find bones. Instead, they found 27 humans standing in formation on the cliff edge, wrapped in predator hides, armed with alien rifles, our faces painted with the ash of the creatures we'd slain. Morales stepped forward, his spear in one hand and a captured alien rifle in the other. The lead alien spoke through its translator. You survived? Morales didn't smile. He just pointed the spear toward them and said, "No, we conquered. What happened after that wasn't in their plans." We didn't let them take us home. We demanded a ship, supplies, and maps. We'd learned something on that death world. Fragility is a choice. And we weren't going back to being fragile ever again. When they hesitated, we showed them exactly what 5 months on the planet had made of us. They gave us everything we asked for. And as we lifted off, leaving the death world behind, I saw the way the alien captain stared at us. Not like a caretaker looking at rescued animals, but like a predator realizing it wasn't the top of the food chain anymore. Because here's the truth. They dropped us on a planet meant to kill us. Instead, it forged us into something they feared. And the galaxy was about to find out what fragile humans could do.